a treacherous storm wrecks our ship. We wake up alone on a strange and mystical island. Or so we thought. We're not alone. Welcome to the realm of Luna. A place where animals talk, plants grow faster than my existential dread, and our only guide is a fox spirit who looks like she's already regretting pulling us from the storm. Luna, the aforementioned fox spirit, greets us with a glare that says, "Why are you here?" But instead of throwing us back into the ocean, she gives us a task: clean up the island. And when she says clean, I mean everything. Fallen logs, scattered weeds, random junk. If it's on the ground, it's my job now. My first challenge, swimming. Just kidding. I tried to step into the water and immediately get body blocked by an invisible wall of water logic. Well, instead, I stick to dry land, hauling one piece at a time over to Luna, our extremely reluctant supervisor. Eventually, I earn a shred of her approval, and she allows me to trade with her, unlocking the use of magic leaves. That's this world's currency. She even gifts me a little leaf boat in order to start exploring. And my first destination is to visit somebody called Jellybean, and I have to make sure he's okay after the storm. As it turns out, he is a massive seal with the vibe of a retired fisherman and the softness of a living pillow. He hands me a fishing rod and sends me to my first fishing hole. Fishing in this realm can be both peaceful and challenging, depending on which one you decide to use. I go for the peaceful approach. I wait for the fish to bite, pull gently, and if they thrash, you let go for a little bit, or you risk snapping your line and your dignity. After a few false starts and more near breaks than I'd care to admit, I reel in my first catch, a guppy, then a mackerel, then a minnow, and finally, after a dramatic test of patience and ego, the elusive catfish. Proud of my haul, I return to Luna with the news and reassure her that Jellybean is alive and well, and I am now a fisherman. She says she's relieved to hear this and hands me a seed pouch. It's special to her. It will allow me to start replanting the island. This opens up a menu with 7 different plants, and a curious structure called a capybara house, which I guess I'll figure out later. My next task is to plant cattails and harvest their seeds. I plant a large one and a small one, and wow, they grow fast. I harvest them, plant more, and rush back to Luna to brag. She's impressed. She pays me, and that's right, I'm officially getting paid in leaves. We're moving up in the world. Then things take a little bit of a turn. Luna brings up the lighthouse. Apparently we need a key to access it. She had it, past tense. The storm stole it. Convenient. So naturally, I'm on another quest to track down the missing tea. The first stop, Jellybean. Maybe he knows where it's hiding. He doesn't have the key though, and he doesn't know where it's at. But what he does have for me is a casual request for me to catch 2 of every fish in the world, so he can eat it. Sure, no pressure. He also offers me upgrades for the fishing rod. I grab one immediately, the handle, because we're gonna need all the help we can get. With my upgraded rod in hand, I head back to the fishing spot to hunt down an elusive mackerel Jellybean had asked for. Instead, I catch everything else, and I fail a lot. Like, a lot. Eventually, I give up and check back with Luna for guidance and emotional support. The second time I set out, I finally make it to the lighthouse and begin gathering scrap from the surrounding area. There's a shift in tone, like something bigger is starting to unfold. The game, while still adorable, is starting to whisper something deeper. When I return to Luna, she isn't alone. There are guests. Strange, mischievous monkey spirits who look like they've been up to something. I tell Luna the lighthouse is locked, and she mentions her friend here might have a key. But there's one problem. This friend wants bananas. Lots of bananas. Time to start planting them. The problem is I'm broke. So I plant a single banana tree and start grinding. I fish, I sell fish. I fish more, I sell more fish. I plant a lotus, I unlock bamboo, all the while harvesting that one sad little banana tree. Eventually, I scrape together enough to complete Jellybean's mackerel request, and finally, with one last banana, I win over the monkey trio. They hand me a spare key to the lighthouse. So, back at the lighthouse, I crank up the bulb, expanding the light to open the area more, and then I see it, a bird, Nigel. He's sitting on his own solo island. Immediately, he is fascinated by the fact I have no feathers, no fur, and most importantly, I have opposable thumbs. He's a researcher, and he wants one of everything on the island. A collection quest. Sure, why not? I start with the first fishing hole, turning in 4 species. As a reward, Nigel upgrades my backpack. It's official. I can now carry more fish. One by one, I move through the fishing zones. I catch what I need, I return, he rewards me, second bag slot, third, fourth. My backpack is now large enough to hold my emotional baggage, and that's just the beginning. I start selling scrap, planting more crops, and knowing that the endgame is bound to get expensive, I decide to build some wealth. Nigel also wants every item, so I've got plenty of reasons to keep farming and fishing. I hand over more fish couples to Jellybean because of course he only eats them in pairs. Then I sell any extras to Luna. This income allows me to buy another rod upgrade, and then another one. With a little more farming, I can finally afford something else, an avocado tree. That's when I decide to check out the capybara house. I have enough leaves for it, and it says it gathers resources. I build one out of sheer curiosity, and 2 tiny pirate hat-wearing capybaras come out in a canoe and start harvesting my crops. It's adorable. It's perfect. It's passive income. Everything changes. My brain short circuits. I am no longer farming, I am automating. Automation is key. Watermelons are the most profitable crop. So, I tear up the cattails and build a full watermelon empire in front of Luna. She seems pretty impressed. I also plant a coconut tree. While that grows, I plant even more watermelons. Then a pineapple, then a tamarillo. This island's top producer is very expensive, but so worth it. I drop another capybara house, then another, and my farm is now a factory and I'm rolling in leaves. It's time to stop farming and focus on finishing the island. So I extend the lighthouse again, and this time it reveals a new island. And with it, a koi named Sam. And when I say he jump scares me, I mean he really makes an entrance. Sam is massive, amazingly intense, and a strict vegetarian, and his first request is coconuts. A lot of coconuts. With my watermelon empire booming and my wealth stacking, I do what any entrepreneur would do. Demolish my existing tree garden and replace it with a dedicated coconut grove. I AFK for a few minutes while they grow, and then return and harvest everything, then hand it off to Sam. In exchange, he gives me balloons. No, really, balloons. Magical spirit-approved balloons that let me bounce between islands like a high fantasy Uber ride. Fast travel, but cuter. But Sam's not done. Next up, avocados. So down with the coconuts and up goes the avocado trees. Repeating the process, farm, harvest, deliver. Each round he rewards me with more balloon upgrades. Faster travel, bigger jumps, more access. Eventually, I hit full balloon speed, and with my newfound freedom, I use it to zip back to Jellybean and buy every fishing rod upgrade available. With my tools maxed out, I head to the final island and lay down a fresh batch of tamarillo trees. I'm prepping. I can feel the end approaching. Once Sam is finally satisfied, I tear down my last garden, grapefruits this time, and I replace them with tamarillos. Then I return to the lighthouse and expand it yet again. That's when I meet Gustav. He's a gecko, deeply upset that the storm has broken his bridge. In return for helping him, he unlocks birds' nests, actually land capybaras. Birds now help harvest my trees while the capybaras focus on the crops in the water. My island is alive with teamwork, and my next goal is to cover the island with birds' nests. Birds gather wood, and some of them gather fruit. The birds that flap around, they're like little harvest angels. I clean up Gustav's island and head to a nearby waterhole to fish up the 5 new species I unlocked. I catch 2 of each because Jellybean still insists on couples, and then return to Gustav with enough wood to repair his bridge. Fixing it unlocks a hidden cave, and out comes Poppy, a sweet mouse gardener. She's shy, but determined, and she asks for help visiting all the saplings around the island. That's when I realized the saplings are why I couldn't build in certain areas before. To escort her, I need a bigger boat. Gustav provides me with one, but it takes more wood. I wait for my birds to do their thing, and soon enough, I'm off with Poppy. I drop her off at the sapling, give her some more wood, and just like that, it blooms. I upgrade my boat with Gustav, and it's faster than ever. I continue on my journey. 1 sapling becomes 2, then 3. We extend the lighthouse again and find yet another sapling. While waiting for more wood for the last sapling, this time Poppy is hungry. She asks for fruit, and I give her everything I've got. She eats, feeds the sapling herself, and it blooms into the most breathtaking blue tree I've ever seen. I extend the lighthouse one final time. I tidy up the islands, visit Luna, and that's when it hits me. I've cleaned every island. I've helped every spirit. I've helped every sapling. And Luna smiles, not her usual smile, something warm, softer. And I realize that we didn't fix the island, we've become part of it. And that's when she appears. Gaia, a shimmering golden swan of breathtaking size and gentle grace. She emerges like a whisper made real, and a presence that feels ancient and knowing. She tells me the truth. The storm was not just weather, it was consequence of magic gone astray. It came from here, and accidentally reached my world. When it did, Gaia pulled me into this realm to keep me safe, and the sprout on my head? It's not decoration, it's a symbol. I'm a sapling. I've always been one of them. This whole time, as I was helping the island grow, I was growing too. She thanks me for healing the land and listening to the spirits, for becoming family, and she offers me a choice. I can return to my world, but if I do, I can never come back. Suddenly, all the little things hit at once. Luna's crooked smile, Jellybean's soft encouragement, Nigel's fascination, Sam's gruff but sincere help, and Gustav's trust, Poppy's hope, the capybaras, the birds. This world I built one leaf at a time, and I realized I love it here. This cozy little game that began as fishing and farming just broke my heart in the gentlest way possible. And it made me cry. Not because of sadness, but because it's so much more than an ending. It had meaning. I took one last look around, one last stroll through my island, and I say goodbye to Luna, to Jellybean, to Poppy, and the weight of 1,000 memories on my chest. I leave. Thank you for watching, Kittizens. Luna's fishing garden is so much more than it seems. It's sweet, silly, but it will get to you. Until next time, Kittizens. Thank you for watching. Bye.